Hey Mo, we need to get an intro down for this channel, you know.
Yeah, but what are you thinking, Leigh?
Why don't I rap over the top of it?
Don't be ridiculous. You sound like a northern M&M.
Look, listen to me. Yo, yo, yo. The Munch Brunch in the house, man.
Absolutely not.
Right, what you got in mind?
Let's just keep it simple.
I'm Leigh.
I'm Aim.
We're the Munch Bunch.
Hi everyone and welcome back to another mukbang with Aim and Leigh. We are the Munch Bunch UK. Leigh, tell them what we have on the menu.
We actually have a Mo spaghetti and meatballs. Finally, after a lot of faffing around with lighting. God damn bloody, what do they call it when it changes throughout the year?
It's just coming into winter, Leigh.
Yeah, but they got a name for it, like whatever. It's different times of the year, shitty lighting, and the worse the lighting, the worse our
The
lighting.
summer solstice has ended.
Yeah, we need to get a better lighting equipment. There's some garlic bread over here as well, guys. Do you want to get yourself some garlic bread, Mo? So how are we all doing, guys? It's, I don't know what day it is. Because we had to record this
It's Monday.
earlier on in the week due to the fact that we're going away next week and we want you all to have some videos to watch. So we're doing double duty today. We've already done one video. This is our second video of the day. Yeah, so that's why we're doing this now.
Yeah, so we've got spaghetti and meatballs.
With melted cheese on top.
Absolutely delicious.
Well, you say that. It might be horrible, though. Might be the dog's dinner for all you know. You haven't tried it yet. There's some decent linguine.
Yeah, that's my favourite.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
There's not a homemade sauce, guys, but before I take any credit, I can't. All I made was the meatballs. They've got paprika and Worcester sauce in there. Mixed together with some breadcrumbs, which keeps together the meatballs, which I found out recently. The sauce is just a dolmio meatball sauce.
Have I got that on my plate?
Yeah, you have.
Has it gone?
Yes, it has. Yeah, it's just a dolmio meatball sauce from Lidl. Scandinavian for Lidl. I swear down they need me to start doing their catchphrases.
Yeah, this is really nice.
They got a card now at Lidl, like a bonus card. Problem is you've got to spend £100 to get £2 off. How does that work? £100 to get £2 off. It doesn't help because we only do like £10 shops there every so often, and you only have a month to do it.
We don't shop properly at Lidl, but it's down the road, so.
Convenient. They're real good. How are we all doing?
Ugh.
What have we all been up to? We will be on holiday and you're watching this, guys, in Wales in October. Wow, I hope it's warm.
That really mattered. Wow.
No, we will currently, whilst you lot are watching this, potentially be sitting in our own private pool, living the life of luxury. Bear with me. Back. Yeah, in our private pool.
Yeah, can't wait for that. Hot tub, sauna, jacuzzi.
Yeah, might be in the hot tub with the mother-in-law. Probably not. She'll be in the sauna.
Oh, you've been to bed with her, so.
I'm tuning now, I'm for the first time. Just heard you say I've been to bed with your mum. That sounds pretty bad.
He got drunk one night and went in the wrong bedroom.
For anyone who's already heard the story, you know how it went. For anyone who hasn't heard the story, I did not sleep with her mum. I was in the bed no more than 2 minutes before I was rudely kicked out and sent back to my own bed.
Rudely kicked out.
I was knackered. Fancy waking up a knackered man when he's knackered. Anyways. At least we don't have to worry about if, like if Tia's partner, in a couple of years when Tia has a partner and whatnot, if it ever happened with us a lot, well, I wouldn't really need to worry about it. I wouldn't need to worry about me because Tia's gay, so her partner wouldn't be getting to bed with me for any of the wrong reasons. But if they got into bed with mine, who knows?
Shut up then.
You never know. Good.
Look, plain Jane today. Keeping off the makeup.
Save it.
Why not?
No problem. I keep my makeup off every day. I don't see the point in wearing it half the time. Some meatball, guys, with some cheese on. So hopefully by the time you're watching this, we have reached 2,000 subscribers. If we have, thank you very much for subscribing.
Yeah.
We've been planning our 2,000 subscriber video. Well, it's not that simple. Because the food we want to do, apparently is really difficult to get hold of. And very expensive. The price ain't an issue because it's 2,000 subs. I don't mind paying it, but it might be easy for me to catch my own whilst I'm down in Wales. I'm thinking.
I don't like that stuff at all.
Well, we'll be recording the video. Yeah, awesome. We'll be recording that video probably about a week after we get back, hopefully. It's a case of...
Just ripping apart, yeah.
It's alright. RT did the salad, guys, and the last 2 times she's done salad, she's given us the crappy part of the lettuce. So I've seen what she cut up. It was all white, it's nasty. So I went and got a fresh lettuce out of the fridge and restarted. So yeah, when we come back, we'll get that 2,000 subscriber video started.
Oh, I'm scared.
Well, that's all it is. We're going to do the king crab and possibly the snow crab.
We're supposed to do it like...
For 1,000. And that didn't happen.
Ugh.
I wanted to do it, and that's the truth. I'm not saying I'm going to like the food. I probably will be like, oh my god, what the hell am I eating here? But everyone makes it look nice. It always looks really meaty to me.
Corals looked really good the other day.
Yeah, Eat with Coral Blush reached 4,000. She did the king crab. She's done it before. And it always looks really dead meaty. So I'm up for trying it.
I'm going to recreate Bee Loves sauce.
I'll give her a mention and see if she invites us over for dinner. That'd be pretty cool. All expenses paid trip to America. Popping on Elizabeth and Andrew, 2 of our subscribers.
Yeah.
That is the one place I'd love to go in like America for the food. If we actually did this as a profession, like not mukbang, but like food vlogs.
Mean like Florida?
No, like America in general. You know, you got the bite you watch, like Mikey Shen, is it?
Oh yeah, Strictly Dumpling.
And he goes all around the world just eating different foods and stuff. I mean, I think you got to be pretty adventurous to eat the sort of foods you'd have to eat. But definitely America and some of the, the restaurants over there.
I want to go to Borough Market in London.
In London? Well, we can get there, that's not a problem.
But, he does some brilliant food. Go and check that channel out, guys. Strictly Dumpling, it's brilliant. He travels all around everywhere, like, he does things from like 7-Eleven food to like Korean barbecue to the best steakhouses. It's brilliant.
I can't get over when so I've seen bits of it, and I've also seen what the hell was I watching a couple of years ago now. It was some bloke anyway. It was he was touring around like might have been Carl Pilkington or something. Probably wasn't. Anyways, he was going all around the world, or whatever. And he went to Japan. Whoever it was that I was watching.
Oh no, what are you gonna say?
Nothing bad.
Because I like talking about
No,
insects.
just some of the stuff that like our vending machines over here. It's very much like you get chocolate or you get crisps or kind of pop. In Japan, they do some like really like proper meals and stuff out of vending machines. I can't remember what it was, but some odd stuff. And also the way they have them hotels over there, or like where you can just go and, but you go and hire like a bed for the night, and it's just literally it's like a pod into it. You open the door, you got a bed, nothing else. I mean, you hit your head off the ceiling if you're not careful. Then like they fit about 50 people in one of these things.
So cool.
Because they got so they get back to work the next day really quick.
Now, don't quote me on this. I'm going to give you a bit of fact about it. Obviously, I don't know if it's Korea or China. I think it's Korea. You know when Koreans eat this? They eat it with gherkins, like pickles.
I wouldn't.
They pair it all in, and I've done it and it's lovely.
They also love, there's a lot of you know about Japan. It's where, I'm pretty sure it's like the home of karaoke. And the men, they won't go out like get rowdy like blokes in England do. Oh, let's go out and get absolutely off our faces, drunk and whatnot. They do get drunk, but they go out and do karaoke. And that's like a night out to some Japanese men. It's quite a big
I know they like the girl groups. There's just a room full of men.
Yeah, that K-pop stuff.
No.
Alright.
Well, might be, but
It is a bit odd. You know, the girl group sort of dress up like
School
girls and whatnot. And it's just a room full of men. They don't go and get changed. They're all there in their suits. Like they just finished work.
It's not like, you know, like you go to these parties and you've got like women, like grown women, dressed up as schoolgirls to have the appeal. They actually look like children in these outfits. In my opinion, they look quite young. And then there's these men there.
Bit odd. Different culture though. You know, they don't want to go to. Probably wouldn't want to go to a pub in England. You know, like you would eat Fox and Anchor or your White Line or whatever. It's just full of ruffians. And hang out with Pat and Barry.
It brings me on to the subject that we watched. There was a big thing about it, wasn't there? Like, you know, like them dolls.
Sex dolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, would you have one? Obviously you wouldn't have one.
And in this particular area, some of the guys, I don't know where it was from, wanted the doll to look quite young. I think it was on like Louis Theroux or something. He was like, but she potentially looks like, you know, quite young there.
It is scary, like with these sex dolls. I mean, I've never had one. I don't intend on getting one. But they're big in Japan, Asia anyway. I'm sure they make all the robots in it. And I was telling Aim yesterday, did I say on a video? No, I didn't do that. Like in Korea, they now have robots serving people food in a restaurant. It's basically just...
You told us?
I told her on a video. I told your mum and hear it, didn't I?
Oh, right.
It's a robot, basically, with wheels. It doesn't have a head or anything. It's got shelves. It just comes to you. It knows what to do. Comes straight to you with your food. Take your food off the shelf. Put your plate back on there. Takes it away for you. But the sex dolls and sex robots and whatnot. Because I heard a theory the other day. It was on like this woman who knows all about science and shit like that. She was saying, obviously blokes, with a robot, you can do whatever the hell you want with it. Blokes are going to start like doing weird shit with robots. And the robot can't say no. Like computer says no, like in Little Britain. The robot can't say no.
It's just the way some of these guys make them look. Like some of these do look like kids, and I'm sorry, but they do. And I don't think that's very good.
No, they look like old ladies.
No, not like old ladies, but...
I know what you mean. They look really convincing as well.
They made a documentary about it, basically saying like a lot of people think it's a bit strange.
It really is a bit strange, that's why. I mean, I'm all for blokes getting their kicks and stuff in the respect that if they can't get a missus and whatnot. But maybe the government could like...
Some of them had
What?
wives. Some of them had them.
Maybe the one was just a bit bored of the bloke.
If you remember, there was one geezer, he had like 10
wives or 10 robots?
10 robots.
Yeah, it's all a bit weird. They're like them sort of bloke dolls that they can actually make look really female and whatnot. Oh, God.
They look real these days, them type of things. I love all them sort of documentaries out.
I mean, you've got the people who like to dress up like dogs. And actually like go around the house eating out of dishes. Like on the floor, like a dog. And sleep in dog beds.
Yeah, dress up as babies.
I mean, I'm all for people doing what they need to do. If that's what they like to do, it's not my business. Well, what's wrong with just watching the football and having a can of beer? Well, I can't imagine wanting to be a dog. I remember being a baby, that was fun. But I'm happy now I'm not a baby. You know, coming home after work, saying, can you please feed me? And then laying there in my nappy. Well, you know, mother-in-law and tea in the next room walking. What the hell's Leigh doing? Oh, he's just having his bottle. Aim's there feeding me with a bottle of milk.
What's concerning is, how do you bring it up to your partner? If that's what you want to do. You've got to have to meet online, like, in a specified website, haven't you?
I'm getting juice everywhere. It's got all on my bloody face. Sorry, go on.
You know, like, in the respect that you can't just sort of meet someone and expect someone to be alright with you being like a man-child type thing.
I mean, remember the EastEnders? If you ever watched EastEnders, and there was a bloke and he used to dress up as a woman, and his missus found out. And
Wasn't that Coronation Street?
no, it was EastEnders. It was the bloke, weren't it? He lived. The bloke who used to be in Bottom years ago. He dressed up as a woman. He was going around the square dressed as a Sheila or whatever the hell he called himself. And his missus found out, and she come home, and there he is, dressed up like a woman.
God, I can't remember.
Well, there was a bloke. It was only about 2 years ago. And he had a woman who he used to go and see, like, and she'd accept him being a woman round her house.
I vaguely remember, yeah.
Yeah. Just imagine being that person. Not the actor. I mean, that's fair enough, whatever. But having to tell your missus, like, either you are gay, or you want to dress as a woman, or what. I mean, like Philip Schofield, we talked about this one of our very first videos on here. How difficult that would have been. Being him, like, and having to tell his wife. Such a difficult conversation to have. Alright, yeah, you know them shoes I bought you last Christmas? I broke the heel on them. I was walking down the stairs in them this afternoon in my stockings. I fell down the stairs.
Yeah, but that's like cross-dressing, isn't it?
Yeah, but imagine having to live with that, knowing that you want to do that. How the hell do you tell your partner? If any of you have ever had an issue with this, maybe your partner is a cross-dresser or whatever, please let us know. We'd like to talk about it.
The thing is, I obviously, I don't care what you are. Nice to me, I'll be nice to you back. But he came out and said that he knew on his wedding day that he was gay.
All right, Schofield.
Mm-hmm. And I just think, well, I think like maybe that was the wrong thing to do then. Perhaps, can I have a garlic bread, please? Maybe that was the wrong thing to do, getting married, if you know, like, you're not straight.
Yeah, that is cruel. I think it's a shame for his family, more than anything, because I have no issue with Philip Schofield being gay. If he's been gay all his life, or just recently, it doesn't matter to us in the slightest.
No.
But I just think he got a lot of sympathy. Oh my God, Phil, he's gone through so much at the minute. But his poor daughters, and I think he just had daughters, didn't he, and his wife. You know, obviously people felt sorry for him, but Phil being in the spotlight and being the main attraction, he got all the sympathy. Which, you don't make his life more difficult, but at the same time...
I wouldn't, like I said, 2 years ago, I'm not into... But if you said to me, oh, I knew on our wedding day I was gay, I'd say, well, why the hell did you marry me then? Why have you done that to me?
She's got to be in her 50s or something now. It's not easy to go out and find a new bloke or a new lady at that age. And then have to start afresh all over again.
And yet, she's handled it really well. Well, in the news she has.
Fair play. But getting back to what I was on about karaoke and sex robots. I mean... As you do. Of meatballs and spaghetti. If I ever went to a club and there was a sex robot doing karaoke, I probably would walk out. I'd be really weirded out by that sort of thing. I mean, these things, they don't move like people. Well, they do. I guess that's the worrying thing. They look and sound just like people. Pete, your pie and chips are ready.
You can't tell.
I will be in the bedroom waiting for you at 7:30 p.m. Don't be late. I'll exterminate you.
No. Then again, Leigh, you are spitting juice everywhere here at me.
Spitting bars.
But
they're not cheap either.
It's England as well. It's all over the world people do it, but there's this guy in England. He takes these down the park. And then his daughter comes round and they'll have a meal all together at the table. Like, the doll will just sit there.
I've never seen him. He doesn't live around here, does he?
Probably.
I don't even call him up to do his garden one day, and I turn up and there he's sitting in the back garden with Patricia, you know, and she's there like, cut the grass or I exterminate.
No, this isn't a robot, this is just a doll.
Oh, sex doll. Oh, at least she keeps quiet then. That'd be the ideal situation, really. She looked like a lady, acted like a lady, but was very quiet. You can't go wrong.
He's got a few of them. Different ones.
Greedy git.
Different days of the week.
We call them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, well. Again, as long as they're all above age and all got the paperwork and stuff and he's got a warranty in case they go wrong, he's not doing any harm, I guess.
They have to have repairs.
Well, you'd have to have them wiped down as well, wouldn't you? You know, you don't want one where things don't wipe off them.
The thing is, though, like, why would you? I don't know. You'd have no conversation.
Well, I don't know. That's making chatty. I've seen some on that documentary. It must have been a Louis Theroux or something around.
I'm going to bet just the dolls.
Oh, the dolls. I guess it's good because you could get yourself a one-bedroom flat. You could have 15 missuses and you wouldn't have to pay extra rent. You just deflate them all when the landlord comes round. You still living alone there, Dave? Shut up, Judy. Get in that cupboard. Yeah, just me. Just me. No, I ain't got 15 other ladies in the house. No. And then he hears the air coming out of her backside. Oh, God damn it, Judy, you dirty bugger. She had a vindaloo last night.
Oh, Leigh. No, but I think it's like different things, isn't it? Different ways around the world. None of it's sort of like people look at frown and it's like, wow, that's different because it's different to where you grew up and it's different to the standards you live by. Like, I think it's Korea. They have professional mourners.
I've seen that.
When they go in and like these women, they'll crawl on the floor going in front of all the mourners before the coffin goes in
That was
to
Carl
kick-start it
Pilkington.
off.
Yeah, I remember that.
Carl Pilkington was like, what the hell's going on here then? He was taking... You know what though? Everybody's so scared to say things, but he's brilliant. He went in, he was literally like...
Don't start.
He was literally
Barney.
like, what the hell's going on? They was crawling up the aisle before the coffin and that went in.
He does some funny stuff, Carl Pilkington. Like, they went on the wand, didn't he? If you've ever watched Carl Pilkington, I can't remember how the show's called now. But where he goes and, like, the meaning of life and stuff he does, and the moaning of life. That's the one. And he went to America, and he met up with this group, and all they do, they put, like, dress up in the most stupid outfits, like clown outfits and shit like that, and face paint.
Yeah.
And they just walk down the street, dancing,
Listening
like
to music.
maniacs, blaring out music, a bit like the druggies around here. But full on, and their only job in life is...
To make people happy.
Make people happy.
Yeah.
So when you're stuck there in your car in traffic, and they'll just come up to you and they'll start dancing right in front of your car, mate, it'd do my bloody boxing. I'm like, Christ, man, I want to get to work.
Yeah, you are like Carl Pilkington in the respect that you are very much like, I don't care what I say, if it looks stupid. It's like he went to a hug party.
Oh, yeah.
And people just go in these tents in the middle of America and hug each other on the floor.
Yeah. And Louis Theroux did one similar to that where it was like, it's sort of like a commune, but it was all for like...
Naked people, wasn't it? Or something?
Sort of like people were naked and they had to feed each other. But you could get like turned on, but you weren't allowed to do anything about it all. And you have to eat food off each other and like rub each other's backs and toes. I mean, trust me, after looking at my toes and my athlete's foot, no one is going to think anything other than get some cream on it, mate. They ain't going to think about anything sexy. They ain't going to care about the strawberries that are laying on my belly. They're going to be like, get your socks on and bugger off. So I won't fit in that sort of place.
There are some weird things around the world though, here included. Like, I don't understand the reasons behind. There's obviously people who enjoy it though.
Emmerdale on about.
Emmerdale?
Yeah, that's weird.
No. Like the professional mourners, it must kickstart everyone getting upset, mustn't it? Like, you know.
It does look bloody stupid, in all honesty. I mean, if they want to pay me to go and cry at a stranger's funeral, I'll do it. I wouldn't cry at my own bloody mum's, probably knowing me, but I could probably cry at strangers if I was being paid to do it.
There's just some things that are just a little bit too much.
Yeah, I agree, indeedy doodies. But we've both watched Bicentennial Man with Robin Williams in it.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's like a robot. They buy him to be like a chef and a maid around the house and help out with the kids. would you? Because he learns to love and stuff, don't he? And that, and he ages and whatnot. Would you, in a few years' time? Because it's going to be the older age. I mean, Christ, you'll have robots serving him at McDonald's and putting your tyres on at the quick fit. Would you have a robot?
What?
Sorry, I thought I heard something in the room. Would you have a robot living with us if they come down in price a bit? Let's say it's like selling Mazda $49.99. Would you have a robot in the house?
If it did all the jobs,
You
yeah.
got a little bit here. I've probably got a little, but you got a bit there.
Yeah.
I think it'd be great. There you go, Percy. There's the lawnmower. Eat your heart out. Go on.
It will happen. If you look at a car manufacturing now, like a car builders, like a... What do you call them?
Factory.
You know, where cars are built.
Car
it's all
factory.
robots, more or less. Like, I know there's people working there, but it's all like them quick robots. Like McVitie biscuits, digestive chocolate. I was watching this programme with Greg Wallace from...
Oh, yeah.
It's called Inside the Factory. And it showed you just how a chocolate digestive is made. Years ago, you'd think, oh yeah, people, you know, cook the, you know,
Yeah.
you do... Everything in there is robotic. Everything is like machines. To the last second. Excuse me.
Well, you're leaving it at the minute. You
No, I'm not leaving it in a minute, Leigh.
I was only eating it so I didn't get wasted. Come on, carry on.
You've had all yours.
I have. I really enjoyed mine. McVitie's digestives then, yeah?
Because I'm nice, you can have it.
No, I'm full. I didn't actually want it.
I think I don't want
I just did it so it wasn't wasted. But
Well, then
the
eat
dog can have it. Anyways, McVitie's digestives.
Yeah. That are literally like, it's all robotic. So obviously, in the future, it's going to be when people have them living in the houses, aren't they?
It's inevitable, guys. What the hell's actually happening here?
There's nothing.
No, what it is, guys, when we go live, it always looks a lot lighter than it is on here right now, and I'm a bit confused as to what the hell's happened with the lighting. It's really odd. It never looks like this when we go live. A bit weird. Anyways, yeah, I want a robot because I reckon I hate wallpapering. If you teach how to, I mean, you wouldn't even have to teach it, would you? You would have to like do a week's wallpapering, like, and say, now have you learned how to do it? You know how to mix the paste. Like, they just program it all into him. They're like, do you want one that can do the decorating? Yeah, and the gardens, please. Well, what else do you want it to do? For an extra tenner, it'll clean the carpets. Right, so there's an extra tenner. Why not? Oh, it'll be handy. But then again, it'll start doing the things you don't want it to do, won't it? You know, you'll be on the toilet, it'll come in. Is it time to clean? No, I'm still on the toilet, mate. Just leave me be. I need me 10 minutes peace in the morning.
No, but
I like
it's
to read
not
a book.
just that, isn't it? That is AI, they call it.
Yeah, artificial intelligence.
Like Elon Musk said, things are going to be so technically challenging in the next, say, 100 years.
Well, not that long, the next 20 years.
They're going to sort of... The things that are going to be created... It does freak me out, that film with Will Smith.
Oh, I robot.
Yeah, I think, well, what if they do go a bit like crackers?
Yeah. Will Smith freaks me out in general. No, you like that one, Elon Musk, who aims on about, the one who's just like gone to space or whatever he's done. His own SpaceX, and they're like the last spaceship to go to the moon or some crap. And he has said in the next 20 years, he's planning on building, he's already working on it now, he's got like a prototype outside, a microchip, and there'll have to be volunteers who'd be willing to go through the process. And he said he isn't willing to do it till other people have done it, which I think is a bit of a cop-out. And you have this microchip in your head, and you'll be able to like read each other's thoughts. You won't need to talk.
I wouldn't want to do that.
Which is a shame, because you'd lose the art of talking. And then for people who don't like to talk, like me, I never like to talk. You could just sit there like, sending messages over to A.
But how good was that for people who can't? Like the speech
Oh,
is
yeah.
gone. How amazing would that be? And for people, he's got this machine, hasn't he? That's going to help people who can't walk again.
Yeah, and that is actually working. Not completely yet.
I think it's like, is it paraplegics and stuff?
And they're the people they want to volunteer, paraplegics, like Adam says. And they'll volunteer, because I mean, their lives can't get much worse in the respect, like they don't lose any more feeling in their bodies or whatever. And they'll have this microchip put into them. And it's where the brain... So in your head now, if you're a paraplegic, or maybe you are, your brain tells your hand, I need you to move, but you can't move because you haven't got you know, things have gone really wrong, like spinal cords snapped and stuff. Your brain will send this message via microchip or something, and your hand will do what you need to do. I mean, he's not a dafty. He knows what he's doing. He might be married to a bit of a funny-looking woman, but he's got his head screwed on.
Each to their own, though.
When you're rich as him, you can marry who the hell you want. You know, so it don't bloody matter,
He
does
obviously just loves Leigh. But,
Trust her. Christ, the amount of money he's got, you better trust her.
Could you imagine that being him?
But he had that much money, he got fed up. Literally, he's a bit eccentric, and I heard him on Joe Rogan. He said, I got fed up with the money, so I'll give away literally everything I owned. He kept his houses, but everything inside them, he just gave them away. And then there was a house next door, and he wanted to add on to his house. So he went to the next door neighbour, and it cost him a fair few million. So how much do you want for your house? I'm not moving, I don't want it. Well, how much do you want for the house though? Just tell me. He said, blank check, I'll give you whatever you want. Bought the house, extended his house, and sold absolutely everything he owned. All his cars, apart from a couple of Teslas.
Now he's got like a huge, big one house, hasn't he?
Yeah, just a massive house. I mean, like, he plans on move. He wants to live on Mars before he dies. So I feel we're pretty good at this, you know. We go from talking about king crabs, sex dolls, karaoke. Would we want a robot? I mean, you don't get to start conversation anyway. I'm sorry, guys. If you can find
The
one,
fun never stops at the Munch UK.
it never does, guys. I bet you can't find me one mukbanger who talks like we do. Maybe it's not great, but I think we're quite entertaining. Just let it all go.
I think it's good that it isn't scripted. I think it's good that we can just literally chat away like we're just chatting with family, friends.
I always have a rough idea what I want to talk about, and then we just like see where it goes.
Leigh used to be very scripted. Like Leigh'd be really angry if the conversation was a bit dull or whatever. But it's like I said to him. I says, Leigh, because Leigh never used to watch mukbang, did you?
Not really.
The art of mukbang. He says, you mean eating with your friends and your family as well, just chatting away like naturally like you would. And that's the best bet, I always think. Can we do? I mean, conversations sometimes are a little bit sketchy and a little bit over the top, but it's what life's about, isn't it? It's what you'd say with your friends. Like, you know, people are like, you can't say that. Why not?
Yeah, why can't we say what we want to say? If we want to say that, you know, we want a sex doll, why
for
can't we?
instance, if you say, oh my God, could you imagine if you had a sex doll? You think, oh, are we going to offend people who have sex dolls? Oh, could you imagine saying about them Korean mourners? Oh, we're going to offend people who want people up their aisle crying before somebody's funeral. Are people going to be like, why do they in Britain roll cheese down hill and call it cheese rolling?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we told someone the other day.
You know, like, yeah, Mo, you didn't know about that.
How can you not know about it? And pancake tossing.
And welly throwing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's strange. So it's not as though I'm saying it and not about my own country. Because believe me, there's some strange bloody things that happen in here. I mean, who needs to lob a ball of cheese down in here? I don't know.
I like to think we're quite open-minded. So in one moment I'll say they're a bit odd, people want sex dolls. In the next moment I'll say fair play to them. If they want a sex doll, let them have one. As long as it don't interrupt me when I go around to cut the grass, I don't care. So we are open-minded, we're easygoing, and we take us on, leave us on.
The thing is with me, that is the one thing we all say, I don't care. I'm not judgmental like that.
No, I do honestly think if we went round to a family member's house and found a sex doll,
I mean, I do giggle.
The
only flaw is with me, I've got really bad nervous laughter. So if there's something that looks a little bit unnormal, again, if there's something that's like, if there was a man walking down the road and he had a sex doll with him, or a woman was walking down the road with a sex doll to him, I would be like, oh, okay, there's a sex doll. And you would look and I'd be like, oh, okay. Or if there was a man dressed as a baby.
Yeah, that one would crap me up. I don't know how we'd know it was a sex doll if he was walking down the street unless he was doing something sexy.
Well, you can just take the one that used to take that one down the park
in
England somewhere. It was just a doll. It was a rubber doll. I mean, there was no two ways about it.
Oh, bloody hell.
But
my mum bought me one when I turned 16. I should have asked what else she was playing at. I think it's 16 or 18. I don't know. So yeah, that's a conversation stopper, ain't it? Thanks for that, Mum.
Things have moved on in times now, like, for instance sake, now, such as like, with the LGBT community and everything like that, things have totally inspired others now, haven't they? So for instance, when we was kids, it was just, you was either straight or gay, weren't you?
Yeah.
It was more like that. And like when you used to see men dressing up as women or women dressing up as men, back when we was kids, you could definitely tell, couldn't you, sometimes, if it was cross-dressing. I don't mean transgender, I mean cross-dressers.
I've seen one or two, and they must obviously think that they can pass as a woman.
No, not a trans though, like when you want to become that. Like
Just a bloke just dressing as a woman. And they obviously think it's convincing. And you forget they forget the big Adam's apple, the big bulge in the trousers, because they haven't tucked it away. And the tits, one's blown up, one's gone flat.
When we was kids, you could obviously tell. The only one time I've ever noticed that is when me and Leigh was on a train.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and that's what I was referring to. Anyway, guys, we've got to go because we've got to get this dished up and fed.
No, but what my point was to that is, nowadays, everything which is so good is so accepted, isn't it? And I think that's the way forward with things. Like, even like now, if I wanted to be a bloke, let's say, it's so convincing. It's so, it's so, trends have set so far that they can work wonders now.
It was socially acceptable these days.
And it wasn't very nice though on the train, because there was them group of lads sitting opposite, wasn't there?
I don't know, mate. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, no.
Some people can be really mean.
Not us two, though. We're very open-minded. And we have gay friends. We've got more than one. We've got about 10 gay friends. We've got more gay friends than straight friends. Well, that's all good in the hood. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to have any professional mourners at my funeral.
I won't have any mourners at all because nobody likes me enough to come to my funeral. So it's all good.
I'm not having a funeral.
Nope, I might not either. I might just stay sat here in my seat.
No, I ain't a joke.
Decay.
I'm not having one. I want a direct cremation.
You told me she is.
Yeah, that's a bit of a talk to put for our next video, isn't it? We always talk about weddings and things like that. What is your funeral wishes? Me, I don't want a funeral. I just want a direct cremation or a water dissolvable thing.
Yeah. Should we get this to the next video then? We'll talk about
No, I'm just saying. I don't want a funeral. Do you?
I don't really ask either way. I ain't really give much thought. And when I'm dead, I won't be able to think about it, so that'll suit me. I'll just think about the now and then here. And then I'll worry about
I think when you're sitting in a hearse behind a car, behind a hearse, and you have to do it, it's bad enough the person's died, let alone having to go through that.
It's not nice. I went to my grand's last year. And my nan's. But my grand's, that was really sad. The year before, sorry. But anyway, guys, we do have to go now. It's already 6:10. And I've just uploaded a video. I need to sort it out. So, Mo.
Okay, guys, remember to be nice, remember to be kind, comment, share, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on your notification bells for any future videos.
Thank you very much for watching, guys.
See you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.